Oh yeah! Welcome back to Self-Built. I'm going to share with you a piece of equipment you can use when training lots of different muscles with your body. Today we're doing biceps, but you can train this whether you have an injury, you need to do some light rehab, or on the other end, if you're healthy and you want to make it more challenging, this will help on both ends of the spectrum. What could it be? Well, let me show you. These are what I'm talking about. These are BFR bands, blood flow restriction bands, or as I like to call them, occlusion bands. They're both the same name. Occlusion training's been around since like the 60s. It's been around forever. But now recently the more modern name is BFR training. So if you want to be up with the lingo, so either way you slice it, what these do is it limits blood to whatever muscle you're going to train. So you put it on your arms or your legs. What it does is it limits how much blood, oxygen, and nutrients your muscle will get, and it starves it from that. And that makes your muscle fatigue way quicker. It thinks it's training way harder than it really is, because in reality you're going to drop the weight, do a lot less weight, and do more reps. It's more of a pumping. You're not going to be maxing when you're doing this. You're starving your muscles and not having them in a strong spot. You don't have to get official BFR training bands. They're really nice if you do. Usually they'll have numbers on here, and it's just nice to get even tightness on both arms. I'll leave a link in the description on these. I think they're like 15 bucks on Amazon. Really cheap, but you can use anything. I've got some old tourniquets here that I used in the beginning. I think these were just a couple bucks. So you can use basically whatever you want, but I just liked having something that was kind of nice and fancy for 15 whole bucks. As far as how tight you want to put these on your appendages, you want it to be about a 7 out of 10. Not crazy tight, but also not loose. If you start to get discoloration on whatever you're wrapping it around, loosen it up a little bit. You start to get really tingly. Your nerves are starting to shut off a little bit. Loosen it up a little bit. You want to do higher reps. 12 to 20 reps is a pretty decent range. You're going to notice you get a sick pump. You burn and fatigue pretty quick. And you don't want to have these on too long because it's restricting blood flow. But if you've got proper tension, it's not that big of a deal. A couple of things to look out for when you put them on your arms or legs. Just don't have your skin get pinched by it. That doesn't feel very good. And one thing that I like, if I remember, I think I'll do about nine or so, and then have that attached. Just like that, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Before I even put these on, I like to do a couple light warm-up sets just to get some blood in there already, just to kind of get it pre-primed up. You don't have to do that, but I just feel like I get better results that way. Oh yeah! Start out pretty light just to feel it out, and you don't have to go crazy. You're not trying to max, just kind of pump the blood in there. Let the blood do the work for you. Ooh, man, that's not very heavy weight. And your muscles burn. I'm still burning right now. It definitely, you'll feel it. So I just do a little bit of resting. When I researched it, some people do like 7 quick sets. Other people train just like normal. Play it out, see what feels best for you. Just do whatever feels good for you. Oh man, it's been a minute since I've done this type of training. Feels good though, feels really good. You just get a crazy pump, and then this light weight just starts to feel really heavy. The reason you can use this as a type of rehab, the biggest thing is you're just using less weight, so your muscles aren't getting as much of a load on it. But with them getting blood starved, they don't have as much energy and they fatigue so much quicker. And it promotes growth. Ugh. don't even know how many that was. I think it was less than 10. Come on, arms, what's wrong with you? Wake up! Yeah, I can still feel the burn. Still feeling good. Definitely try these out. I'm gonna do a couple more sets and a couple more exercises along. Plus, if you're feeling any sort of tendonitis and you need to put a little bit less stress on them, these will be great for that too. A sweet benefit you'll get with having bands is tactile stimulation. Basically what that is if you're touching a muscle while you're working out, helps you build a better mind-muscle connection. And it's really helping me focus just even that much more because you can feel it's squeezing and contracting when I'm doing the same. It just feels really good. It's pretty funny. I'm using about 1/3 of the normal weight that I'll do for this exercise. And it just feels really good. It feels heavy, getting a good burn and a good contraction. Oh, good old bands, you. Thank you so much. You can use this type of training for just 1 or 2 exercises or for the whole muscle workout. There's really no rules to it. You can do it however you want, whatever feels good for you. Last exercise I'm gonna do are just some easy bar curls. This is less than my normal warm-up weight, but after doing those 2 exercises and keeping these bands on, this is actually challenging. It's kind of funny. And it's helping my veins get a little bit more squiggly. That's always motivating too. Oh yeah, getting a little bit of squiggle. Not much, but I'll take what I can get. A way to spice it up too is after you're doing your working set, just do some posing and try to hold that pose. It just lights whatever muscle you're doing on fire. You get a unique burn with these. It feels like when you're doing hard calf training because calves burn and they just keep on burning. With these, it's very similar. With you doing lighter weight, this is a great way to focus on your technique and just get it more perfected. It takes a lot of strain off the joints if they're not feeling too hot that day. So just mix these in, use them as a tool to when it feels good and a way that you can recover and maintain or build some gains. You never know. It all depends on how hard you're able to train. Just took them off. You can kind of see they leave a little bit of marks, but I don't know if you want to use that as a gauge of if you used it tight enough or not. But if you're curious, that's kind of what it does. When I took them off, I felt kind of a rush of blood moving around. Kind of cool, kind of fun. Unique feeling that you won't feel unless you're using those bad boys. If you happen to buy those BFR bands on the link that I'll drop below, it does support me at no cost to you, and I definitely appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you guys think. Have you ever tried BFR training or thought about it? I like occlusion training, that's cooler. But anyways, what are your thoughts on this type of training? Have you tried it? Have you heard anything about it? Ups, downs? What are your thoughts? I'd love to hear. Let's talk about it. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I think I'll do some more occlusion training on different muscle parts just to kind of give you ideas. So believe it or not, some people use occlusion training on chest. How does that work? Who knows? You'll have to stay tuned for more self-build.